I'm Mark Cruz, tech representative here at Nikon Canada. We're at the 2010 Photographic Video and Digital Imaging Show here by Henry's. The camera I'd like to show you right now is a camera that everyone has been waiting for a long time. It is the successor to the P6000, the Nikon Coolpix P7000. And the whole allure of this camera is that it's our top-end Coolpix, giving our highest performance picture quality, best ISO performance, best color saturation out of this Coolpix. Now, things to note about it: it has a ruggedized body, so the actual body structure itself is a little bit thicker than most of our typical slimmer Coolpixes, but it's meant to complement people that you're used to using SLR cameras. Now, if you look at the ergonomics of this camera, you're going to see manual controls, physical dials on here that make this a lot more user-friendly to people that are used to the workflow of an SLR and don't want to dig through menus when it comes to accessing things like ISO, image quality, and such. It also has the ability to attach an external flash on this hot shoe. It does have a built-in flash that pops up right here when you press that button. However, if you want, you can use any of Nikon's latest SB flashes that utilize the ITTL system, such as the SB600, SB800, SB400, SB900, as well as the newly announced SB700. Of note, when it comes to talking about flash, this camera can also trigger external flashes by utilizing a commander unit. So for example, Nikon creates a commander unit called the SU800. By utilizing the A group on that unit, you can actually trigger an SB600 or an SB700 or 900 conceivably off camera. This is great for getting lighting away or directing lighting in such a way that you're controlling it from the sides, bottom, top, etc. Now, the other thing about the camera is the LCD screen on the back is very, very high density in terms of the amount of pixels that it has. Same quality as our SLR cameras. It's a 3-inch screen on the back, so you can really scrutinize your focus. The other thing you can do is you can notice that the exposure compensation scale is right on the camera itself. No need for pressing a button, jogging a dial. You simply jog the dial and your exposure compensation kicks in. Just like SLR cameras utilize 2 dials, one for the shutter speed, one for the aperture, this camera has that too. So there's a dial up here that controls your shutter and a thumb dial back here that controls your aperture. Of note, there is also 3 user customized settings that can memorize your settings and easily access it by turning this knob right here at the top of the camera. The lens on this is a 7x zoom, which ranges from approximately a 28 to 200 millimeter of a 35 millimeter focal length equivalent. There is an option on with a separate accessory to give you a wide-angle adapter that utilizes a tube as well as a separate lens. Now, the battery for this is actually the same battery as our SLR D3100. It's the new ENEL battery right here, the ENEL14 battery. So this battery will give you long battery life. It's a lithium-ion, so it's rechargeable, and there's no memory effect to it. Now, the other thing that you're going to realize with this camera is there's a lot of pro features built into the camera itself, but those can be accessed within the menus and customized, etc., etc. Now, this camera is going to retail for $599, and it's going to be coming out in a couple of weeks, and we expect it to be a very good performer in our lineup. Thanks.